Mr. Martinez is with Cotton Smith and Abbott. He is our 2010 and 2011 chairman of the board. And at this time, we will have the symbolic change in the gavels, Mr. Chairman.
Sir, Chairman Martinez, it is my pleasure and honor to extend the gavel to you. You have my pledge of support and your term of years. Thank you.
Mr. Martinez is a lifelong Irving resident, longtime Irving resident. He has served the Chamber's General Counsel for the last year and has done a wonderful job. And he and his lovely wife, Jill, have served the Chamber over the last several years with their volunteer leadership in many Irving civic organizations in many capacities. As a former trial attorney for the Department of Justice Tax Division and Assistant United States Attorney in private practice, Mr. Martinez has tried and handled lawsuits in various state and federal courts throughout our great country. While litigating for the federal government from 1980 to 1986, Mr. Martinez handled a wide variety of litigated matters, including tax litigation, civil litigation, bankruptcy litigation, medical malpractice defense, and contract litigation. Mr. Martinez was honored by the Department of Justice as an outstanding trial attorney in 1981. After leaving government service, Mr. Martinez continued to handle a wide variety of cases, including product and process liability litigation, professional liability litigation, insurance litigation, personal injury litigation, and premises and commercial litigation. Mr. Martinez brings great leadership to this new position and is already doing an outstanding job at the helm of your Chamber of Commerce. It's my pleasure to welcome to the podium our 2010-2011 Chairman of the Board, Mr. Robert Martinez. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chris, and it falls on me to make the closing remarks here. I'll try to make them brief. We had to rearrange the schedule. It's a little different than what you see on your table to accommodate Senator Shapiro's schedule. Before I make my brief remarks, though, I want to thank and recognize my wife, without whose support, love, and enthusiasm about the community, I would not be able to serve in the many capacities I have. Jill, if you could take a bow, please. Woo! What an honor it is to be elected to this role as chair of your chamber. It is truly humbling and a great challenge to be in this position, because I will be working to advance the great work that has been done in the past by many past chairs, including Jennings Smith, and more recently Lisa Sturgeon, Peggy Masters, Carter Holston, and Rick Lindsay. As Rick and Chris alluded to earlier, there's a tremendous amount of momentum that is being carried into this year, and for that, I want to especially acknowledge and thank both Chris, the staff, and especially Rick Lindsay. And I want to also thank our board, because they are always setting policies that serve the best interests of Irving and the Las Colinas business community. The Chamber's board and its committees spend many hours discussing, formalizing, and implementing policies that are critical to Irving's success both in the short term and in the long term. Many of those policies are discussed in the annual report that you have before you, in which I invite you to take and review when you leave. To help in those efforts, we have 7 new board members who were elected by the membership in September and 6 who were appointed in August. As I call their names, I'd like them to stand, and please remain standing until all the names have been called. And if you could please hold your applause until we have them all standing, we can recognize them at that time.